Whoa, that wasn't funny, Kim. What was that?
Nothing
Not
happened.
cool. So welcome back, guys. We're going to be watching more Attack on Titan. We're on episode 10. Tom, don't keep biting. It doesn't work for us. We need that injection and whatever else he
really
did.
Bite yourself.
You Titans cry.
That is a major and impressive injection, to
Big
make
time.
his son turn into this huge Titan.
Oh, we're assuming anyway.
I don't know. I mean, yes.
The injection was
for
for him
it
to.
worked.
The injection was for him to keep his memory foggy for now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
I was like,
So-
and it did multiple
But maybe
things.
it was
and
a
did
dual.
That too.
Yeah, dual purpose.
He's like, inject you with this one and
Secret
this one
weapon.
and this one. So he needs to get to that basement to really see what's going on.
Yeah.
In
If
the
he can find the
basement.
darn key now, it's probably just
Secret
fell off of his
basement.
neck.
So
Secret
he's gonna,
basement.
he still has the. Well, we don't know that yet. You're right, because he
Yeah,
transformed
it's
into
probably
that
hanging
thing.
on a
and-
rib or something.
Yeah, and hopefully
Rib key.
he survived. I mean, we're kind of assuming at this point that he did. He kind
Yeah,
The
of.
Titan
or
didn't
did.
survive. That Titan looks so different from
You mentioned that.
from the first one. If he created the Titan Killer one, the second one looked totally different. Well, I mean, it wasn't fully formed either, but the skeleton looked so different.
It looked broader, like he had
Yes.
really wide
It
shoulders.
almost looked like a colossal.
Almost he can create them to fit his situation, depending on his passion.
Maybe, I don't know, because I was looking for that level, there's two levels of.
Well, his whole
different teeth
skeleton
he
was
has.
just more rounder than it
whole
was.
different.
It was. So I wasn't sure when I first saw that if it was just a drawing, not an error, but just wasn't
Different.
well drawn, But it did look cool. But you're right, it was very different. I didn't even fathom the idea that he could change into different Titans.
Well, we haven't seen
Yeah.
it yet, so I mean, it's only an assumption. But that looked
Yeah.
totally. I mean, his whole chest looked a lot broader too.
It did, way
Yeah,
bigger.
what was there?
Yeah.
He was
So
all skin and bones, but
that might be a good power, because if he can also turn into a colossal Titan.
well, I mean, they need that. They need something bigger that can take these people, and that asshole of a captain just wanted to destroy it before anything could happen without even.
He was too
Yeah.
fearful. He can't lead. It's not good.
Well, I
'Cause
mean,
now he just caused mayhem amongst
all
everyone.
of everything every action that Titan did that Aaron controlled was for the better.
Mm-hmm.
It showed no aggression to the people. It was all aggression towards the Titan.
Yeah.
So, and he's in human form right now. I get the fact that you don't know, but I don't know. He was jumping the gun, and I think doing it inside the wall was not the smart way to go.
No, it wasn't the best plan.
Yeah.
I mean, if that cannonball
agree.
ricochets, you're gonna take out some of your other troops.
Yeah, and you're tearing down a wall that you're going to need possibly because of Titans coming at you.
They broke through two of them
Given
already.
time.
And they were willing to kill 2 other soldiers. And Mikasa, they were even saying, she's worth 100 soldiers, and she would be a great loss to
Right.
humanity. And yet he still didn't care, because he was too scared.
And the lady that was next to him
Yeah.
said that we can learn from him, and she was trying
Yeah.
to statistically place him.
Because even before they even knew about Aaron, they were talking about, I think Jean said it or something, that we should save it and study it and see why it's helping us or something,
Well, if they did survive this attack, then I think they're only gonna have to either run away, fight their way out, or they're gonna get captured, and they're gonna do a lot of testing on him.
Well, I'm thinking at this point, I'm assuming Aaron survived, that he's going to be passed out again, so he's not going to be able to go anywhere unless Mikasa carries him off.
So they're probably gonna capture him then. is
So
my
they're probably
guess.
going to get captured,
Let the probing begin.
Let the probing begin.
Yeah, and I wonder
The
what
forceps.
No.
I wonder what Armin and Mikasa's expressions are now. How are they feeling? Okay, this is
Well,
pretty
I mean-
cool, but
Aaron's
We're alive.
seen, he's seen his arms, come off and his leg come off, just to be regrown again. And I don't know. I mean, they brought him back, so I would feel like they're more willing to
yeah, they feel
listen
safe.
to what's going on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Not that Aaron knows what's going on either, but
I know, and that actually amazed me that he didn't know. And to be in the stomach and seeing, I always wondered that
Oh,
too.
the juices,
It's
yeah.
so grotesque. I mean, it's brutal enough, and then the people that are still alive, suffering.
they're still alive
getting
in there.
burned alive
yes,
because of
and
the
he
acid
was
in the
breaking
stomach.
down so badly. Yeah.
Oh, that was
Literally.
awful. Talk about a grotesque adult anime. Welcome, Kim, to your first anime series. Woohoo!
Look at this.
Do you think they make giant size Tums for like indigestion and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indigestion.
Oh, Tom, you're so crazy.
Or like giant Pepto
Big lime rock.
We're going to be watching episode 10. You guys ready?
We're
Sure.
ready. Will you?
Mm-hmm. And then how
That's
does he
one
revert back?
big- Yeah.
You know, like, does he have to die to go back to normal? He's
Does he know how to
Huge
control it while
hole.
he's like that?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he has the instinct part down, but
Yeah, but will he go after the other Titans, or will he?
I know he just starts to build a wall and he just drops the boulder and just runs after Titans.
The boulder is conflicted.
It's conflicted. Man.
Have to be a goalie working on the hole and just, okay, get this one, get this one.
It's like ADD Titan. Well, at least he'll go after other Titans, so that's good. But hopefully he doesn't
Yeah.
like run away into the wild fighting Titans.
I'll tell you what, though, Armin has gotten very brave the past couple episodes.
Yeah. It was very dramatic, but it was good to see Armin really understand that it was always him weighing himself down. Like, other people
Yes.
never saw him as a bad thing.
Mhm.
And his friends always believed in him. And even in that moment, putting their lives in his hands to be like, we trust you on what you think you can do. And if you can't do it, we'll just do my plan that I just told you about. But they really trusted him. So he knew he had to stand his ground and really pushed it. And that was very good of him to do so.
You know, they're lucky that the commander came in when he did, Commander
Yeah.
Pixis.
Thank God.
Because
Yes.
that other guy was, you could just tell he was running on fear,
Yeah.
Was.
and he would have killed him. He would have
Yeah.
killed him.
Yeah,
without
he
hesitation.
would've.
Everyone
Just,
else
you know.
listening was so scared too and freaking out and not sure. I mean, no one was sure anyways, but you're right. You have a leader who's freaking out. It's going to make everyone else feel the same way. So finally, Pixies came in and, you know, relieved him. So that was great timing.
They showed him once the commander relieved him and told him to go back and deal with the reinforcements.
Yeah.
They showed him like he said that all the troops are in formation. Do you think he's going to plan something to go get that Titan, to go get Aaron, or do you think he's actually just following orders and going back to something else?
Oh, I don't know.
Because I mean,
I
it's
don't
kind of weird
know
that they
either.
kind of showed that for a second and they flash back to.
Yeah, and he still looks
Aaron.
paranoid.
Yeah, I'm sure he doesn't believe that was the right decision.
Well, now that you put that in my head, I'm kind of like, I was thinking he was just going to go back and that was the end of him.
But on the
Yeah.
flip side, with the Commander Pixis having Aaron move this boulder and seal the hole, that might actually show everybody that he is on our side.
Yeah. He's a huge asset.
He's
Yeah.
a big asset.
I really hope he can do that, but I think it's going to take a lot of training on his end to really understand how to communicate to his Titan body to do all that. I think that's going to take a while. I mean,
Well, I
he
don't think
woke
he's
up.
going to have Titan training anytime soon.
Yeah.
Well, maybe, I mean, Titan training, yeah, like not fighting, but to move a boulder, he'll
Well,
have
I
to
mean, it
practice
sounds
in
like-
that body.
Sounds like this one task he's been asked to do is going to be his training.
Yeah, exactly. So
I don't think they're
every
going
time
to
he can
have
go
a
into
practice
Titan-
session for him.
Yeah.
Well, I
and
mean,
run
like-
over there. Be yourself until you get over there, then change.
Yeah, so I think just any task he has is going to be the initial training because he has to learn somehow, And this time when he protected Mikasa and Armin, and he removed himself, he was awake when he was fused with it. So this time he was actually aware at that moment, like he wasn't passed out
Well,
or anything.
If he can control it, once he seals the hole, he can clean out the inner wall of any leftovers. Then he can go out with a survey crew and help them, at least defend them
Yeah.
while they're doing their job.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. And I mean, this is like the best we can hope for. I mean, to have an equal-sized Titan and Aaron so motivated, and we were saying that, skeleton structure was different or it had the same row of teeth though, I noticed this time. So maybe it is the same form, but Aaron said, I want to learn how to be a colossal Titan or something. Like that would be freaking amazing to be that big.
Yeah.
He'd be huge.
Yeah.
But see, I'm still kind of worried because even though Commander Pixis came in and took control of the situation, he's the high commander, so I'm assuming that's the highest rank that there is
Yes.
besides the king. So hopefully the king doesn't override his decision and say, let's get rid of him. Because the king kind of seems kind of scared too.
Yeah, because
He
was
does,
earlier.
but
hiding behind his
he's
house.
much more cowardly too. So I think he's going to go with what Pixis says to him.
Yeah, let's hope it stays that way, and not the
Yes.
bearded guy coming back in and
No.
screwing it up.
I think his name was Wellman. I was trying to like
Yeah, I
really
think that's what it was.
Yes.
look at his name this time, but think of him
The
as like
bearded one.
well man, not a well man.
No, yeah, he's not a
He needs
woman.
some sleep. That's what he needs.
Yeah, he's way
I
too
mean, he looks like he's
paranoid.
been up for a week straight.
He's-
They're getting more
Jeez.
sunken.
I was just kind of hoping someone just punch him and say, "Dude, I'm taking over."
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's what's so scary because everyone was just so quiet listening to him. Like that's how much power he has, and
Well,
it's
I mean,
good to
they're following
respect
orders
your general and
and-
stuff. But yeah, like that's so bad because he wasn't even relieved. Like he was relieved of his duties there, but he should have been like, yeah, you go train with them, and we need to talk because it's not good what you just did here.
Yeah, it's,
Well,
it's sending a bad message.
doing it within the walls was kind of a bad decision. I mean, look
Mm-hmm.
at everybody who wants to hurt the cannon shot. Look at everybody jumping to go over there to see what's going on.
Yeah.
They're ready to fight again.
I was
You know, they-
amazed that the people that witnessed what Aaron did, like, didn't speak up right away. They were just like in shock seeing him
They were.
transformed again, like partially, and didn't know what to say. I mean, it was so intense, and I do love anime with how exaggerated it gets. I'm curious on how you feel about this episode, particularly, Kim, because it was different, like different pacing.
It
compared
was
to the
very
other
different.
episodes that we've
Like
seen so
they
far.
were supposed to like. I felt that they should have left expeditiously, not sit there and talk about. Okay, Armin, you've got to do something. You make the decision, and they're sitting there and contemplating their fate. Where okay, you have 15 seconds, and
Yeah,
the
all that's
cannon's
happening
gonna
in
go off.
seconds.
And I'm like, oh my God, the tension,
Mhm.
And
So they could
so
build it up.
I just felt like, oh my God, something's going to happen. These guys are going to, they're going to get captured. They're going to kill them.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the timing was like, it was intense. It does build. It makes it, it just layers it and layers it.
Yeah, that's a good way of saying
And
it
then,
too.
and then Armin is like, then when Armin does the speech, it's like everyone is silent. And then you think they're going to all go against Wellman, and they don't because he speaks up too, and he's like, "Nope, we're just going to go for it." And they're like, "Okay," So that was like a huge scene where I felt it was going to be like 10
Once,
seconds.
one thing I would have not done if I was Armin is I wouldn't have dropped my gear and come barreling ass towards them.
I
Yeah.
know, it was for dramatic effect, and I'm like,
Because they all picked up their guns again because they were like, "What the hell are you doing?"
yeah, so it was for dramatic effect to show that he was determined, but I'm like, I thought the same thing, but I
Take
didn't
a
want to say it
shot.
at that moment to ruin the moment. But yeah, so I do like that scene. Tom and I have seen animes before, blind to this one, but like we have seen other animes where they get really intense and you have these moments that do happen quick, but for us they take so long because we're having the dramatic effect of feeling the emotions and seeing how like they're intensifying everything and to see how they really feel. And,
Well, I mean, that whole discussion of what their next move was going to be was all in a matter of 20 seconds.
yeah.
And
But
it
then,
was
like,
definitely a lot
reliving-
longer, but in reality, it was,
It's
Yeah.
long, yeah, I know. But then, like, when you see the flashbacks, I'm like, oh, yeah, all this time and reliving certain things. Like, you do have those quick memories and thoughts that could be quick, but that was actually, like, I felt like it was a lot longer. It was still well done, but I was getting kind of frustrated and like, can you please just run or do something?
Yeah.
mean-
I thought at the end of this episode that we would at least be close to the basement. I thought he
Yeah.
would actually, grasp on, okay, this is going to save us. We have to find out what's going on. Let's head to the basement. And that's where I thought we would be, but
well, now
let us just hear
Pixis has given him,
an order.
a
And he
guarantee of
believes in
safety.
him. Yeah.
Yeah, a guarantee of safety, but I mean, the only people who've ever gone outside the wall is the Survey Corps.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering, he's gonna have to go out with them, I would imagine. He's
Yeah.
not gonna let them go on their own. I don't think that'd be a wise choice on Pix's part, because
Mm-hmm.
everybody else would be like, you just let him go. So I think they're gonna have to let him
Right.
go with that team, just to see how he does and to make sure he gets there safely and make sure he actually is going to be a good asset for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that happening. So I guess we'll find out. I love trying to figure out what's going on, and but I am happy that Aaron's aware, and he's going to probably learn more and more the more he transforms, and hopefully he can de-transform back to his human self without dying every time as a Titan.
Well, I also like how eccentric Commander Pixis is, where it's like, I'd love to be devoured by a female Titan.
I know, say something weird to make us like,
He's just so calm about it. He's just, has a little flask.
And looking at the Titans below, like, ugh.
If I had my pick.
I was waiting for just to pour his flask out over him or something.
Right.
Yeah,
Wouldn't it be funny if that's the way you get rid of them?
They're like, no, you're burning. You can't waste alcohol, so they'll never know.
Never know.
Waste them on a Titan. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. This is so much fun to discuss, and I just have so many theories. Please don't spoil anything for us. We love you guys. Thank you for being respectful like that, because we like being pure and genuine, and we'll just keep saying nonsense, like just trying to guess, have our own theories, because we don't look up or try to research other people's theories. So.
Mechanical dinosaurs.
Hey, there are mechanical dinosaurs. I swear to God, wrong show, but yes. I know it's not, but I still love that. So I'm still saying it's a mechanical dinosaur, and you stick by it. Love you guys so much. Please subscribe. Please check out our links below if you want to see videos early. Anything you do there really helps support the channel.
How do you see videos early?
If you subscribe to our Patreon. Woohoo.
Patreon, you say?
Patreon. What is this Patreon?
Right.
Maybe you should check it out.
Below. That helps us out a lot.
If you don't, a Titan will devour you.
No.
We can't have that.
I hope not. Or maybe if you click on it, you'll turn into a cool Aaron Titan. Nice, Tom. Always have a pulse ox, guys, right?
Yes.
See you later. Thanks for
Bye.
watching. Bye, guys.
Buy a shirt. Buy two.
Peace.
I got this on Storm Akima.